Week 2, Episode 2. Thanks for checking this out, guys. A fun week in college football last week and a fun one ahead as well. And the fun will continue in this video as we're going to go over the Flea-Flicker, what makes it successful, why do offensive coordinators call it, and we'll look at a couple clips from the Colorado-Nebraska game out in Lincoln and how Colorado missed out on 7 big points in a game that ended up being an absolute thriller. And then we're also going to look at second-window-slant-throws. Very specific, Max, I know, but it was the reason Utah won their football game in a close one with Northern Illinois, and it's a big factor, one of many factors that makes KJ Costello elite, and so we'll pull a clip from the USC-Stanford game, but this is Week 2, Episode 2. Thanks for checking it out. We're going to start out with the Colorado-Nebraska game from this past Saturday, and let me set the stage for you guys a little bit. Initially, Colorado went up 14-0. Nebraska was able to claw its way back, and they just tied the game 14-14. The play we're about to see right here is the first offensive play after Nebraska's tied it up. The crowd's rocking. All the momentum is on Nebraska's side. It's time for Colorado to respond. And as you watch this play, it's nothing special. It's just an easy run play, but I want you to see how close to the line of scrimmage Nebraska's safeties are.
Full house diamond backfield to start this drive for Montez. Gives it to McMillan. And Trayvon McMillan.
Antonio Reed, Nebraska safety, is lined up like 6 yards off the ball here. That is crazy close for a cover 4 safety. As a point of reference in a quarterback's mind, a tight safety, meaning tight being close to the line of scrimmage, is anywhere from like 8 to 10 yards. That's kind of the point where you're saying as a quarterback, hey, we should probably start throwing it over his head because he's getting too close to the line of scrimmage. So 6 yards, that's almost unheard of. And that's why my man Darren Cheverini, Colorado's offensive coordinator, can't get to the Flea-Flicker call fast enough. Calling a Flea-Flicker is meant for cover 4. In a cover 4 structure, your safety has both a run and a pass responsibility. Run first and foremost. They are part of the gap fits for a defense. The safety is responsible for protecting his alley in the run game, but he's also responsible for his fourth of the field in pass coverage, his deep fourth. And that puts him in an incredible bind. And that's why when you see cover 4, a lot of teams that go under center like play actioning that because you're forcing the safety to come up and do his run responsibility. But then, oh crap, he also has a pass responsibility. So it's a huge bind for that safety. The Flea-Flicker goes a step further, right? We're going to give the running back the ball, and then he's going to pitch it back to the quarterback. We're going to give him the ball so the safety has to commit, and then we're going to throw it over his head. And so for Nebraska's sake, when this safety is 6 yards off the ball, there is no way he can defend a pass. And so all we have to do is the baby little Flea-Flicker fake, and everyone's going to be close to the line of scrimmage, and we'll throw it over their head. And that was the goal for Darren Cheverini, Colorado's offensive coordinator. But watch what happens here.
Flea-Flicker. Montez looking downfield. It's underthrown and broken up. It was a touchdown. If Montez can put it out in front of Juwan Winfrey.
A missed opportunity for Colorado, right? Pre-snap, it was the exact look we hoped for, that cover 4 shell with the safeties tight. The defenders responded exactly like we would have hoped when we handed the ball off. They got sucked up, and there was no one deep for the long ball. If only Steven Montez could throw a good ball, then Colorado would be up 7 points. While all that is true, what I want to point out to you guys is how the design of the play cost Colorado 7 points. DiCaprio Bootle, Nebraska's corner away from the play, and on the bottom of your screen is the guy who ultimately ends up making this play. Yes, it's a poor throw, but this corner ends up making the play. And your next question should be, Max, why is the backside corner even there in the first place? He should be out of the picture. We shouldn't even be worrying about him. We should be worrying about the safety we talked about earlier, or the corner, or the play side corner, whatever it may be. But that's exactly my point in that I think the design of this play is flawed and it costs Colorado 7 points. Colorado is going to try to have Juwan Winfrey, the receiver on the top of the screen, pretend to block and then release down the field. But where they go wrong is they bring Laviska Shenault on the bottom of your screen, their receiver, and bring him on an over route across the ball. And as a result, Bootle, the guy guarding him, takes his eyes and just follows him right into the play. He's guarding Shenault, but then falls in to the deep route by Winfrey on the top of your screen. And so point being is when you design a Flea-Flicker, Bootle, the backside corner, should be taken care of. You should not be running an over all the way across that'll take him right into the play. And the counter to that is, well, Max, we want to run an over, so we have a second option in case the Flea-Flicker is not open. While that is a sound reasoning, a sound rebuttal, I'll say this: you're not calling a Flea-Flicker to run to throw the second progression over. You're calling the Flea-Flicker to put 7 points on the board and fist bump up in the booth and say, we called it.
Fist bump till my arm falls off. Fist bump like this, Louie.
You put in hours and hours every week to find touchdowns and first downs, and this is one right here. But the design of this play is flawed and ultimately cost Colorado 7 points. I pulled a clip for you guys of a successful Flea-Flicker. It's virtually the exact same defense and a very similar offensive action. What I want you to keep an eye on is, remember our guy Boodle, the backside corner? Watch how this backside corner is nowhere near making a play on the big ball Flea-Flicker throw.
Now Marion Grice checks in. And wide open in the end zone.
My guy Larry Fitz, hail the pit, baby, just grabs his attention. He doesn't do anything special, but more importantly, he doesn't run an over and bring his defender, our guy Boodle, into the equation and give him the ability to make a play on the Flea-Flicker deep ball throw. I love the Flea-Flicker call. I love calling trick plays. I think trick plays get a bad rap of being way more risky than they actually are. So credit Darren Cheverini for calling that play in the first place. But certainly a missed opportunity for Colorado, and it served as a learning experience and something we could evaluate together here on this video. But now I want to switch to second-window-slant-throws. What was that? Yeah, second-window-slant-throws. Very specific deal for you quarterbacks out there. You'll recognize that term. It's specific, but I saw it on 2 separate occasions in the games I was evaluating, and it won Utah the game. And so we're going to go to that play right here, a second-window slant throw, or lack thereof, that gave Utah the win in a close one with Northern Illinois.
They need one more stop. NIU wins with a touchdown and an interception.
I backtrack a little bit. The game's 10-6 right now. It's a close one. It's been low scoring the entire night. Utah's definitely on upset alert. There's just under 3 minutes left, so possessions are at a premium right now. And Utah elects to come out in cover 1 rat on the first play of this possession right here. Cover 1 meaning man-to-man. I got you. I'm locked up with you. And then the rat part is exactly what wins Utah this game right here. The rat refers to the player that's not assigned to a man. He can roam with the quarterback's eyes. And as we saw in this play, and play it again, Chase Hansen, Utah's linebacker, former safety when I played at USC, roams with the quarterback's eyes and picks the ball off. The reason this falls into the second window slant route is if this quarterback hung on his back foot just a tad bit longer and then stepped up like a baby little shuffle and waited for his receiver to clear Chase Hansen and not force the ball in there right away, there is so much grass, so much Northern Illinois grass, turf, that this kid might score. But Max, is there any way you got footage of what a proper second window slant throw looks like? I do. Let's head out to the farm and check out KJ Costello operating at an elite level.
USC rushes for Costello into a tight window. He's got Irwin.
You see Costello hang on his back foot just a little bit with a little baby hitch, nothing much. You can't do a lot. You can't do a huge gallop in quick game, but just enough to let USC's nickel, Ajane Harris, clear the way and throw it right off the back of his helmet for a big gain. And one of many examples as to why KJ Costello is playing at a very high level and Stanford's got great momentum moving forward. And that wraps up Week 2's episode. We talked a little Flea-Flicker and the importance of accounting for our guy Boodle. And we also talked a little second window slant throws. And while it's something very subtle, ended up winning the game for Utah this past Saturday. So keep an eye out for those 2 things next time you're watching ball. Please let me know what you think of this video, comment and share. And I will see you guys here next week for episode 3. Thank you.